to curl your hair video. This is like my go-to hairstyle. Whenever I'm going out, whenever I'm working, whatever I'm doing, this is just my go-to hair. I asked you guys on Instagram what you guys wanted to see, and I had a few ladies suggest a how to curl your hair video. Every time I wear my hair like this, I get a gazillion questions on how I do it, and do I do it with clean hair, do I do it with dirty hair, do I use any product, do I use a curling iron, do I use a straightener? So I've answered all those questions for you today, and I've tried to keep it really short and sweet so it's not too overly complicated. So if you want to see how I got these curls, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I showered about an hour ago and my hair is, I would say, towel dried. My hair holds water so much, so I always have to blow dry it. So first I'm going to take my Miracle Hair Treatment by 11, and I'm just going to pop some of that on the back of my hand and run this through my ends. Then I'm going to take my Hot Muck Thermal Protect. So I'm just going to spray that all over. Then I'm going to take my Garnier Fructis Miraculous Oil Brushing Express. This is also a heat protectant, so I'm just going to pop that just in the ends of my hair. Alrighty, so now I'm just blow drying my hair. I don't do this in any particular way. If I want some extra volume, I'll do it upside down, but with curls, I'm kind of just whatever. My favourite hairdryer is the Muck Blow 3900 IR. And this is the Rose Gold edition. It's so pretty. It's also quite light too, so when I'm blow waving clients' hair and whatnot, my arm is not like dead. So I'm going to have that on full heat and maximum blow. So this is my hair just blow dried. It's pretty much straight. My natural hair is really straight. If I did it with a round brush, it would be a lot more crisp, but when you're curling your hair, you don't really need your hair to be dead straight to begin with. So now that it's dry, I'm going to pop in some of my Batiste, I can never say it, dry shampoo just into the roots of my hair. And although I did shower an hour ago, I did not wash my hair. And so my hair is probably 2 days old, I think. Yeah, 2 days old clean hair. So it is becoming a little bit more oily, but I do find when you put dry shampoo in, it kind of makes your curls last a bit longer. Well, I think this is a habit too, because when I was blonde, and I think it's more of habit now too, because when I was blonde, I would use it to kind of make my regrowth blend in a bit. Okay, so once I've sprayed all that in, I go back in with my hairdryer and just blow out my hair. This will get rid of any of the excess product. Okay, so now I'm taking my Tony & Guy Curl Sculpting Spray. This actually makes your curls just wave better, in my opinion. I love using this on clients' hair, especially if they have more fine hair, as it does add a bit of volume. So I'm just going to spray this all throughout my hair. And then I'm going to blow dry it once again. And doing that just kind of sets the products into your hair so they're dried in and they're not going to make your curls all flimsy and oily. When people ask me for these beachy waves, I always suggest doing it with a curling wand, and that's how I curl clients' hair, with a curling wand. I think it just looks so much nicer. The curls fall better together. But for the life of me, am just too uncoordinated to use a curling wand on my own head. Everything's backwards. I don't get it. So what I use is my Muck straightener. This is the Muck Style Stick 230 IR, and IR is the same as the blow dryer. It means infrared, so it actually helps protect your hair from the damaging heat. Now this one goes to 230, and no one ever suggests using 230 heat on your hair, 230 degrees on your hair, but gets the job done quick. So on clients, I would never use this hot. I would only ever really go to 150 degrees, depending on how thick the client's hair is. But on myself, I'm just trying to get shit done, you know. In time, I'm just gonna section my hair with a hair tie and a sectioning clip. So I do my hair in like 3 sections, I would say. I am not very particular with my own hair. With clients' hair, obviously, I'm a lot more particular, but with my own, I can't really be bothered. So I'm just gonna get that out of my way. Alright, so I'll zoom you guys in a bit so you can see. So I'm going to take my hair out like this and my straightener on this angle. So clamp it like this. And I'm just going to curl away from my face and slide to the end. So straight ringlet. And it works quite effectively because my irons are really hot. And then next one. Now I try and always make my curls go away from my face, just because it kind of looks nicer when they go outwards. And then doing the back is a little tricky, and I always have to ask either Jake, my partner, or my mum to tell me if I've got all of the back. And so this side, I do the same thing, I pull outwards, and then I go in with my irons like this, and curl away. Now the bottom ones you want to be super curly, so I leave them in like little ringlets like that. As we get to the next layer, you'll see that I do them a bit looser. Alright, so now you're ready to move on to the next part. Okay, so now that we're in kind of the main parts around your face, you're going to do the same thing, so take it here and curl, but you're going to leave this little end sticking out and just drop it. So it kind of creates like this straight bit at the bottom, which right now looks a little crazy, but you'll see that it all comes together. So same deal. Right, so now the other side. So really, I'm most particular around the ones around my face, so like these ones, just as they're the ones that obviously people are going to see. Alright, now usually I would do this in one go, but I'll do it in two just to show you guys. Alrighty, so again, the ones around my face, this time I am going to start the curl up higher and then just go a little bit slower, and I'm just going to go all the way to the end. If you're using 230-degree heat, I do suggest not going all the way to your scalp because it will hurt. Now, doing this layer a little bit higher makes your hair appear more full. So if you have quite thin hair, I suggest doing all of your curls from the base, just because it'll give you a lot more volume at your roots. Alright, now for the last section, this is where you're going to section your hair also. So my hair is pretty much where I want it. I don't have my part too particular, especially if it's just day-to-day curls. If I wanted to make these a bit more fancy, I would probably move my part over, tuck behind my ear, but it's just a general day, you know. Alright, now these parts are kind of the most important because they're the top layer. So I'm going to start with the one right in front of my face. Now I like to start kind of a third of the way down, and then just curl slowly and let go at the end. So you'll get this little straight bit right here. And doing the same thing, but just varying how high you start. And then I also like to vary whether I take it all the way down or if I leave that little part. But I always leave it at the front two pieces just because that's how it looks a bit more natural. I always suggest doing this step, so curling your hair, before you do your makeup. So I always do my clients' hair before their makeup. And especially with curls too, because what I like to do is let them sit and naturally cool down. Alrighty, so I've let these naturally cool for about 20 minutes or so. So now I'm going to take a wide tooth comb and just brush through them. Alright, now these are super curly right now, but what I like to do is just mess it all up. Give yourself a bit of an afro. Like to just move it all around. And what I like to do is just, love that, Farrah Fawcett, is that her name? Yeah, pretty sure it is. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my blow dryer and just blow them out. And I'm using my blow dryer on a cool setting, so not heat, the cold setting. And I also have this little frost button, so it kind of sets your hair in place. Going back in with my comb, just gonna brush them out again. And you can always usually tell when there's some that are a little too curly, so this one right next to my face is just a little bit too curly for my liking. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lightly just run my straightener right, there we go. I might do this one too. And if there's any ends that are a bit, see, because I love this like straight look at the bottom. If there's any ends that kind of turn outwards or are looking a little funny, I just go like this and straighten the ends. See, here is annoying me because it's a little bit too flat. So I'm going to take the curl a little higher, all the way to the bottom, and just brush through it. So that kind of created a bit more volume at the top. Now, once you're done, you can hairspray them, but I like to just leave them as they already have a lot of product in them. If my hair's super clean, I like to go in with the Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. My hair's dirty now, but if I would spray this section and then just go in and kind of like pinch around and add a bit more volume where needed. Texture spray will also help your hair last longer, but it does make your hair feel really gritty. So if you're not into that kind of hairspray feel, you probably will hate this. I think this is a gorgeous hairstyle. If you had like a long earring, it would just look really cute. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also let me know what you would like to see next, and yeah, bye guys.